everybody? Brewed Opinions, episode 29. We're one away from 30 KT. First off, want to thank our last guest, Shane the Element Evans from PWR Wrestling, the heavyweight champ. Great episode. Thank you. What's been going on, KT?
Oh, not much. It's hot as fucking Florida right now, bro.
It's so hot. No rain in sight. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
But we got a little event tomorrow night called Saturday Night
Main
Event that we just had to get on the fucking pod and talk about.
We got Memorial Day weekend, the Tampa Takeover. Tampa Bay hosting all of WWE this weekend, starting with the main event. I don't think it's called the Amalie anymore. It's called the Yuengling Center, I believe.
Yeah.
But we were just there not too long ago. My daughter played in a soccer tournament. The women's NCAA Final Four was going on. It's a happening town, man. It's a good spot, downtown Tampa.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun over there for sure. For all the WWE fans and wrestling fans galore and tons of shit to do in Tampa.
Yeah, man. We want to talk about Saturday Night Main Event. We got to have SmackDown going on behind us. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this pod, but we want to talk about what's happening. WWE Universe. Last week we were kind of we got hooked into the indie world of PWR here locally with,
and rightfully so. It was a great episode. Shane, we had a great time with Shane
Evans. Things are brewing with Alejandro Bravo. We'll see what happens come June 28th. But let's get into it, dude. Monday Night Raw. What do you think, KT? We got Saturday Night Main Event on the horizon. Tomorrow night, we got the main event for the title. It's kind of been a weird little deal. Logan Paul led off Raw the other night. Gunther shows up, talks about if you get through Jay, basically trying to, Gunther's setting up the next match. I don't know if that's going to be Money in the Bank, which is the next big pay-per-view, or are we setting up another Gunther Jey Uso at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I mean, Gunther's obviously not leaving that world title anytime soon. If he's still...
And he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't, because there's nowhere for him to really go at this moment in time. Like, I can't even see it into my head, even a predicament where Gunther and Cena are in the same program, because Cena's a heel now, and you know what I mean?
Is he? They had that hesitation, Are we starting to see? I know I totally jumped off the Logan
right.
Jay.
Let's go.
But did you see? At Backlash afterwards, Cena had that moment of hesitation. Like, am I doing the right thing? Is this just the first seed till we get to the end game? That Cena is going to end up thanking the fans. He's going to end up being like, I'm nothing without you. Like, is that the final promo that we hear from Cena? And does Cody win that belt back?
Oh, I mean, I don't think Cody and Cena are done. So that's why I'm like, yeah, Gunther is. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back to Gunther here. We'll get to the Cena shit in a second. But, yeah.
I thought the Gunther Logan interaction was interesting to lead off Raw. Like, are you trying to? I guess WWE has to give you the inkling that Logan Paul could win tomorrow night.
They get the inkling, and they're also trying to put him over. Like,
yeah.
Not that Logan Paul
world title.
Well, I mean, it's Logan calling a shot. Like, he's trying to take the business industry, the thing by storm, which is awesome. I mean, I'm a big fan of Logan Paul. Yeah. Like, I think he gets awesome heel heat. I mean, you fucking people hate him, which is great. I mean, it's awesome. He's still green, as you see, but he can cut through sometimes. I like Logan Paul. I'm excited to see where he goes. I think this match versus Jey Uso, do we see interference from Gunther?
Yeah, I mean, how does Gunther not have a presence?
Right.
I mean, you guys, I don't know if you realize, this is a massive weekend for wrestling.
But I could actually see Gunther screwing over Logan Paul to get Jey Uso again for redemption.
I mean, there's a story that has to be told. I mean, this is a massive weekend for the wrestling industry. Mm-hmm. You not only have a massive WWE weekend with Battleground, NXT Battleground, you have TNA, you have Saturday Night Main Event, you have Double or Nothing AEW. You've got everything happening. You just had a huge NWA show. Like, this is a massive wrestling weekend, like on Memorial Day weekend, kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like the WWE, this Tampa takeover, I love it, but it's like I remember when they announced this, and it was just like nothing. And we even talked about going because it's a 2-hour drive for us to go to Tampa, and we even talked about going to Saturday Night Main Event until we saw tickets were $700 to the nosebleed section, but we got Logan Paul. Look, we got Drew and Damian still.
Oh shit! Already the beginning of SmackDown going at it backstage.
I mean, the Damian Drew thing. We got a steel cage tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Like, this is the second pretty decent storyline in a row for Drew.
Someone might die in this one.
I mean, Drew carried his own against CM Punk in some great stipulation matches, a bull rope match, Hell in a Cell. And now he's got a nice program with Damian.
These two have had some history before, too, haven't they?
They've been going at it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while. Who's coming out first? We got some dark lights.
Tiffy time.
Tiffy time. You know. But, dude, let's get back. Like, Jey Uso, Logan Paul, big match. Big match. I don't think there's a chance in hell that Logan Paul wins. We got to set up Jey Uso, Gunther for SummerSlam.
Like I said, I could even see Gunther coming out and screwing Logan.
Yeah.
Which creates more storylines down the line. You know, as Logan keeps progressing through the industry, this is a good spot for him to go for the belt on a Saturday night main event instead of an actual PLE. You know, don't you agree?
I don't know, Kenny. I'm distracted by Tiffany.
I know, Tiffany's pretty nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean? Isn't this a great spot for Logan Paul to go for a belt?
This could be...
This kind of reminds me of the old days, which is the whole point of Saturday Night Main Event.
Because the first couple Saturday Night Main Events have not been anything to write home about. We saw a great promo with Karrion Kross, who made it a point to say, make sure you watch Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah.
So, are we going to see a fourth member of the Alliance? Is Karrion Kross too much to wish for? You know our prediction here on Brood Opinions. What are we going to do with possible We Love Ludwig Kaiser? I mean, I think they're missing the boat without getting Ludwig Kaiser. But I think Killer Kross is too big for... I know that sounds weird, but I don't think Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever you want to call him, needs that alliance.
I don't think
he doesn't need. He needs to run his own, like he was in the Final Testament.
Right.
And the Wyatt Six screwed that whole deal up, and that's a whole nother story. We got a lot of online rumors about Wyatt Six right now.
But I mean, yeah, because Karrion Kross is too much of. He's too good on the microphone to sit back.
Why they got to give that close-up shot? Right
yeah,
there?
I know. He's too good overall to be one of Seth's minions. Me personally believes that. We're
Killer. Yeah.
We're like Ludwig is. He's
already been Gunther's minion,
right?
You know, in Imperium, which was a kind of an underrated faction.
And it was also early.
Yeah, and it was also going back. They had their big run with NXT Europe, which wasn't, unless you had the WWE Network, you weren't watching NXT Europe. You know, when Gunther was Walter and that whole situation. Who's coming out to fight? Oh, Alexa Bliss. I like it. Alexa Bliss brings up a lot of things to go on with what's happening with the Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors on the internet that the Wyatt Six is done. But why is Alexa Bliss still kind of got this whole deal?
And she just had the doll.
She had the doll, but did she throw it down as a symbolization, like I'm done with it?
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. We're going all over the place. We're wild tonight.
Yeah.
It's
a Friday night, Memorial Day weekend. We got a couple pops in us.
Yeah, we're good to go. We're reeling off of our episode last week. But, you know, when it comes to that Logan Paul, Jey Uso, quick prediction, KT, my prediction, no chance Logan Paul wins the belt. He could win the match by disqualification, but no way that Logan Paul's taking the belt off of Jey Uso.
I think they have to have... Oh, I guess, how could they have a clean... my whole thought of Gunther interfering... I mean... the ref doesn't see it. I guess it could happen, but Jey has to win. I think outright.
Yeah, I think this is a setup for. I mean, I know SummerSlam is still a few months away, and I don't know if Jey
Money in the
this
Bank's next,
Money
right?
in the Bank, I don't know if they're going to have, because sometimes in these pay-per-views, when you have that big stipulation match, they don't necessarily have a belt match.
True.
And we don't know where the other belt is going at this point. So, does Cena wrestle at Money in the Bank?
Cena's not wrestling at Money in the Bank.
I mean, he's not wrestling in Money in the Bank, but is he wrestling at Money in the Bank?
No way. He's doing the Saturday Night Main Event against R-Truth for fucking the retirement fucking tour that we fucking talked about. The nursing home tour is what I'm starting to call it.
That gets into our... I mean, there's a couple good matches tomorrow night. The John Cena R-Truth is almost like a little throwback nostalgia match. John Cena obviously has massive respect for R-Truth. R-Truth is hilarious. He's doing crazy things. He makes
love
us
that
all
R-Truth's
laugh.
even getting this little spot.
Yeah, and
he's
gonna get a spotlight Saturday Night Main Event with John Cena. It's perfect. You know, it's gonna probably have some shenanigans. It's gonna probably be funny. Do we see something here with Cody?
Does Cody show up?
Does Cody show up? Are we
Cody's been off
holding
TV.
Cody back?
Cody's been off TV enough that this might be the time when he...
Because, like, this match is almost nothing. Like, is Ron Truth Killings, man, I just went old school. Is the Truth this match for John Cena where they can distract it all with the Cody comeback? Does Cody come back for this?
I could definitely see Cody coming back, and for my sake, I hope he does, man. I'm missing not seeing Cody on TV every week. I'm missing not having him around, but, you know, he's had enough time off. I would think this would be the perfect spot for him to just show up, even if it's just at the end of the match. Like, if he just walks out and the music hits and the fans go nuts, doesn't even enter the ring, and Cena sitting there with the belt, like, oh, I won again, and Cody hits, and it's just like... You know,
what's the main event?
The main
that
event
can't be
the main. No, that can't.
Is that the main event?
If they make that the
or
main
is the
event,
main
that's
event,
a fucking joke.
Or is the main event something we haven't even talked about yet?
Oh, the main event's got to be the cage match, right?
No, the tag team match. Punk.
Oh yeah,
Punk and Zayn. You forgot about that.
It's a great card outside of the Cena Truth thing.
Oh, yeah, but
unless something happens,
that'll be comedic.
It will be.
Like,
that's their filler.
I think that.
And I think it's a throwback.
I think we get the. We haven't even really named this Seth Rollins faction yet.
Right.
They haven't really come out with a name.
I don't think they will until they have a fourth member.
Well, and I think they want something to organically happen.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some names thrown out there and they're all stupid as shit. So, like, if you're going to run with this, if you're going to really truly give Seth Rollins the ball, which he's never had the ball on his own. You know, he was turned, you know, everybody, you know, we talked about your theory about Triple H and things like that. But Triple H, the breakup of the Shield was because of Triple H and Stephanie. It wasn't Seth Rollins. He hasn't had the ball to run on his own yet. And this is it.
And not run on his own, like, on his own, because he's been an independent guy, not independent wrestling, but...
Someone said, I can't remember who I heard this. I don't know if it was Busted Open or who I heard this from. But Seth has never been the guy that they build the show around. Mm-hmm. And that's a huge thing. You might be the champion, but are they building the show around you?
Right.
And now he's been given that opportunity. The show is going to be built around him.
Yeah,
Can he run with that ball?
This is Roman with the fucking bloodline. Like,
yeah.
I mean, this is Seth's opportunity. Because in the Shield, Seth was never the one. It was always, Roman was the...
I would say the Shield was probably like...
It was
the
all
most
three of them.
Evenly, like,
right.
Nobody was a leader.
They were the Shield. The Shield was...
Yeah, I mean, the Shield was the story. Now, when the alliance happened... What do they call it? The alliance, the corporate alliance with Triple H?
The Authority.
The Authority, yes. I'm sorry. I knew it was an A. I couldn't think of it. So when the Authority happened, you know...
Seth was Stephanie and H's minion.
Triple H wanted the Shield to be their group, and when they denied, when Roman basically said no, that's when we had the chair shot heard around the world, and what Triple H always said, I always have a plan B, and Seth Rollins was his plan B. Now, what do we see here? We got a little face-off with Tiffy and Julia. How about Julia getting a call-up to SmackDown? That's a quick call-up from NXT. Mm-hmm. She was a champion, lost it, boom, up on SmackDown. But the women's division needs a jolt, so that's good. God, Charlotte, man, I don't know what you did, but something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right, personally.
Yeah.
When you see somebody go through that kind of transformation, something's not right mentally. I don't know what's going on.
She doesn't even seem like the same Charlotte either.
She doesn't. She doesn't seem like the same person. She doesn't feel it. She doesn't seem like she has confidence.
Her actions are different.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. We got chicks in the ring. We don't know what's going on. But, we talked about, what could happen with Punk, Zayn,
There's a theory out there.
Sammy
might be the guy.
There's a lot of rumors with Sammy. I don't like it.
But they've been building that Sammy thing for a long time because of the Rollins always going to Sammy and saying,
Yeah, I don't know. I think Sammy has done such good work right now. I really
Sammy doesn't need it, and they don't need to do that to Sammy.
You know what I think really ruined a lot of shit for WWE is Kevin Owens' injury.
Oh, I'm sure.
I really think that really sidetracked a lot of stuff that they had planned. Because not only with Randy, Sammy, Cody, I think that whole storyline got sidetracked when
and you can kind of tell, and maybe that's why WrestleMania felt the way we explained it to us, how we felt.
Injuries affected so much.
Yeah.
So what do we do with, that being said, is Randy completely done? Out of the John Cena situation.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. You say of course, but you don't know because Orton does have the connection with Cody.
Right. I'm just saying it's like a one-on-one with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. It was a hometown deal. Yeah. We all know that. So what happens with for instance,
could we see new battle lines where groups form? With I know I get talking with my hands and I'm boom, 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 and I'm not saying anything, but fucking you have Seth's thing going. Bam, bam,
bam, bam. KT's getting animated tonight. Yep. But yeah, no. Go ahead, dude. I'm sorry. I've totally ruined your point.
I don't even know where I was going. No, but can we see where Cody puts like you were just saying with Randy and whoever else might come and fold. Seth has his group. Is there a fight for? I feel like there should be a fight for who's in control of the WWE. Because there's no real management picture. I mean, I know you have the two GMs, but those guys are
I kind of heard some early predictions of even a what Survivor Series War Games is going to look like.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
We're 6 episodes. We're 6 months away from a War Game.
But you've got to start building those seeds now for why that makes sense when it comes.
Because obviously you can tell.
And hopefully at that point in time, Kevin Owens is healed and can come back.
I don't know.
I know.
Owens' injury is very serious.
Hopefully that he can come back.
But you got to think that if we're talking here, if we're talking Survivor Series War Games right now, which is typically in November, we got to obviously think right now Seth's group is one of the people. Who forms to go against that? Because we don't really know yet. We don't know who the 4th member is.
And Seth's still building.
Do we see the 4th member tomorrow night? We have to, right? Everybody wants it. I don't like Sammy being that 4th member.
No.
I love Sammy being that bloodline guy, that comedic guy, the face. Him as a heel, I don't.
The guy who just loves wrestling and loves supporting and loves being the good guy.
God damn it, I love Ludwig Kaiser in that spot.
I know.
And I know it's not going to happen because they'll fuck it up somehow.
Yeah. Well, that's our fantasy booking is Ludwig. So we're going to think they fuck it up no matter what they choose. Unless they blow our fucking minds out.
Maybe is there someone else coming? Is there someone else out there?
No.
Right now we're talking Sami Zayn.
It's not time to really promote any from NXT.
Karrion Kross are the 2 that we're seeing, and then our dream booking of Ludwig Kaiser, who they're not even talking about. And I don't even know. Who knows what WWE management even thinks of Ludwig Kaiser. Who knows?
I don't know. You had a good point though. Was it like 2 Raws ago where Ludwig was in was doing an interview and Braun Breaker had some kind of like thing that interrupted it. Not interrupted it, but like attacked someone in the background.
Yeah, Braun attacked Sammy. I think it was Sammy. And it was during an interview with Ludwig. And I said, is that?
That's the Easter eggs that WWE loves to do.
I know that wasn't what they were intending for.
Or was it?
Or was it?
Right.
Putting Ludwig in the visual aspect of...
We're always looking for Easter eggs. Because WWE drops them all the time. Just like your favorite movies, like in the Avengers and shit. Like those things always had Easter eggs all over them about what the next movie was going to entail, how the story was going to evolve. Yeah. WWE has done that for ever.
Our favorite show in the world, us, and Shane mentioned it on the podcast last, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Full of Easter eggs all the time.
Yep.
All the time.
Little hints, little clues of what could happen. And sometimes you had to go back and rewatch the episodes. Yeah. Like I find myself going back sometimes and rewatching like segments of Raw or SmackDown to see like, oh, what's going to happen.
Because people don't pick up on the things that...
The little things.
That these writers put their heart and soul into, and the problem is like even Shane said it last week.
Reading a book.
Yeah, Shane said it last week when we talked about social media and wrestling. Like he has to repeat some of the things that they already put out on social media because some people don't see it, and it's like you're almost doing double the work.
Right.
But because social media does play a massive role in wrestling today, that we have to worry about.
That's why you're starting to see, like, going back to the Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Logan attacking Jey
after show on WWE exclusive internet.
As, like, a hidden fan who pops out and knocks him out. Like, those are the moments that, like, WWE has to do now. Well, anybody has to do now. Like, you have to have a presence on social media. You have to have a presence on traditional cable. You have to have a presence...
And how brilliant is that? Logan Paul shares that to his 30 million followers.
Yeah.
He has more followers than WWE.
Yep.
I mean, we talked about this last week with Shane. It's all about clicks and viral videos.
Thinking 10 steps ahead, figuring out how to tie it all together.
That's why iSpeed was in the Royal Rumble.
And we're now having to rethink everything because now we got to start paying attention to that shit that we don't as 40-year-olds. Like, I like looking at social media, but I'm not the biggest fan of all of it, Yeah. But it's like, fuck, now I got to fucking do this on top of watching this, on top of paying attention to this. There's information and shit coming from every direction, man.
So KT, what do you think happens in the tag match tomorrow? Who do you think wins? Do we get introduced to a fourth member? There's no way that Punk and Sammy win.
No. Seth's team has to win. You have to declare their dominance. And you can't give wins to Punk.
Do they win with the addition of another member? I think you have to.
If now's the time.
You can't beat Punk clean.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Punk is so over.
Sammy.
You can't beat him clean.
No.
It has to be...
True heel
How
work.
many times... Let's look back in the recent history.
Look at the players on the heel side. Rollins. Braun hasn't established himself there yet, but in Heyman. Of course there's going to be shenanigans in that match. It has to be.
Like, what do you think... if I go into... How many times can you look at the most recent history has CM Punk been beaten clean in the middle of the ring in his new WWE run?
He hasn't.
He hasn't been.
He lost Elimination Chamber because of Seth.
Yep, he got eliminated. He got eliminated in the Royal Rumble because of Seth.
Allowed Cena to go.
Well, actually, because of Logan Paul.
Right, because of Logan Paul. Yeah, CM Punk hasn't lost any match clean.
Like, that's why I'm saying. Like,
Even the cage match on Monday Night Raw, which is one of the best matches I've ever seen between Seth and CM Punk. Roman shows back up.
How about with Drew? How about with Drew? He won the Hell in a Cell match. He won the Bull Rope match, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like, so you're not gonna. The point of the story that we're talking about here is you're not gonna beat Punk clean.
No.
Punk's not gonna lose clean right now.
Nope.
So.
And keeping allowing Punk to lose all these grudge matches and all this stuff that's going on, when he does go, and maybe it's not Cody yet, and it's Punk that goes towards Cena, because that would be would be fucking awesome.
I think you're gonna have Punk and Cena. I mean, that was a great rivalry.
Right.
If you're reliving fucking Cena truth, how can you not relive? You've relived Cena Orton, great rivalry. Are you gonna? I think you also have to relive.
And even having Punk be the one that ends Cena's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Cody's got to be the one. It started with Cody, has to end with Cody. Mm-hmm. But I think CM Punk and Cena have to have their one last song. Cena and AJ Styles has to have their last song. Like how many great feuds did Cena have?
Oh, fucking!
I mean, you're not going to see
17 championships.
Do we see The Rock? Cena and The Rock.
The final boss?
One last time. But the final boss I hear isn't going to be on WWE until 2026.
He's not showing up for shit, dude. Like that whole... and we go back into this, like how we were so disappointed with... He should have never been involved with any of it.
Dude, you know why? They've come out and said why he was involved. They had to sell tickets to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what they did wrong in that whole thing is they should have come out and said what they said after WrestleMania. Like, Rock needed to have that interview with Pat McAfee before and said, I don't need to be there.
Right.
The final boss's work is done.
Yeah.
But when everybody tunes into WrestleMania to see Dwayne Johnson
or
The Rock, and they get fucking Travis Scott, which is a joke.
Oh, you hear he's going to be in the ring sometime soon. He's training. Apparently.
You know what else I heard? The fucking draft is coming back. So, you know what? WWE, I cannot believe that you are bringing back the fucking draft. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Do I have to go over this again? Like, what are we doing with the draft? This is the dumbest thing that WWE has ever done. The draft is the stupidest thing that the WWE has ever done. Why are we doing this again? I heard them announce it, that they're bringing back the draft. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if you want to keep people on different shows for ratings or whatever, just do it. And you don't have to do a fucking draft.
And if you're going to do it...
God damn, I'm so pissed now.
But if you're going to do
How do we get here? How do we get in the draft? Do you just fucking purposely do this? You didn't even say it. You just led me down a path, and I fucking went crazy on the draft.
I got you.
This is fucking stupid. I'm done. I'm done.
And the thing
I'm going to watch Zelina Vega and Charlotte fucking
And the thing is, if you're going to do the draft, keep the two shows separate. Because when you just constantly you do it for a month or two, and then by the end of it, everybody's just changing rosters. And
this is the fucking... I mean, the draft is the dumbest thing that the WWE has ever done.
Well, if you're going to do it, then you have
the dumbest thing.
If you're going to do it, and you're going to do it right, and maybe Triple H has a whole new perspective of it compared to Vince, then you actually go into like that WWE is a real professional sport that has free agency, that has all this stuff. And you don't just have guys showing up, you have contract bills where you're like, oh, is this too kayfabe for you? Is this too much work or shoot for you, dude? I mean, you can do that, but in this day and age, like Jay, like we were just talking about with social media, there's no surprise to the main roster then, or the main shows. If I can tune into Instagram or fucking Facebook or fucking Twitter and find out that so and so's actually just signed a new deal and this is the real numbers, and so then it doesn't matter. Like the suspense isn't like you have to find creative ways now to keep things hidden, which is very hard in 2025. And yeah, fuck the draft, right?
What are we gonna have, a fucking NIL soon?
Yeah, we might.
You know,
we might.
Let me just say.
We might be going to PWR and starting putting NIL deals on Alejandro Bravo.
You might get drafted to a different show.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we might be wild cards, dude. We might be getting called up to call fucking WWE events.
Let me fucking make one thing very clear. JP of Brewed Opinions thinks the WWE Draft is the dumbest fucking thing that's ever been put on TV. And the fact that we still do it with his advanced technology that we have, streaming, Netflix, everything, the fact that we still do this is so stupid. And Triple H, shame on you for continuing it. The draft is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
This is like
I'm done.
15 years in the making, people. The Brute Opinion fans, anyone listening, that was it. That was the highlight of Jay's wrestling takes of all time.
Oh, Cody, you're on Raw, so you can't go to SmackDown. What? Are we fucking stupid? That goes back to the thing. How stupid does the WWE think that we are?
Right.
Like, you're trying to tell me that Cody Rhodes is employed by SmackDown and he can't step foot on Raw? Like, give me a fucking break. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the fact that we still do it, shame on you,
In the
Triple
time
H.
of reality.
I have been a supporter of Triple H. I know he's getting a lot of shit right now with fucking the WrestleMania.
This is icing on the fucking cake,
and
dude.
everything that he's going. I am a big supporter of Triple H, but this shit, this WWE Draft bullshit, doesn't fucking help your case.
It really doesn't. Because in the day and age that we're in now, like you have to find even more creative ways to do this shit. And by the way, like, you have fucking 3 shows. You have NXT, which is its own roster, and that's great. And you can bring people up to the main roster when you want to and pick and choose. But to pretend that Raw and SmackDown are 2 separate entities, like, it's just stupid. And if you need to create a 3rd show, just create a 3rd show so you can have all the different things. And then build up to it towards, like, PLEs. PLEs again.
I'm done. I'm done talking about the draft.
Well, you had a fair a fair thing to say there, dude.
What else is happening tomorrow night? Damian and Drew.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
You know, Drew is. You know, Drew. I'm gonna calm down now. I'm calm.
You've never gotten this heated before.
I hate the draft.
I know you do.
If nobody knows, I hate the draft. I think it's.
I've heard this fucking conversation so many times through the years.
I hate the draft, and
I'm glad we got it on camera.
All of our fans out there, if you see me out in public, if you see me at a PWR show, ask me about the draft, and I'll tell you the same fucking thing. It's the dumbest thing. I hate the draft. All of our fans, Trevor up in Maine, I hope you hate the draft too. If you're a true fan of wrestling, I hope you hate the draft. Okay. Drew Damian. You know, Drew is, you know...
These are 2 big players that are...
And I think Drew, you know, dating back to when Drew won the title off of Brock Lesnar during COVID, he won, his WrestleMania moment happened in front of no fans. And for most guys, that would have broke him. And he's overcome. He's one of the guys that has gotten fired from the company, brought back in a new person, went through NXT, got his call up, has shine, eliminated Brock in the Royal Rumble. Just so many, he's had so many moments, and the fact that he won his belt in front of no fans is kind of heartbreaking. So he's had his CM Punk feud is underrated.
Some of the best work he's ever done.
And I think and the fact that CM Punk feuded so hard with him over multiple PLEs, multiple stipulations,
and the
matches,
2 different styles of wrestlers
Bull
they
Rope
are.
Match,
Giant
Hell in a Cell, the whole bringing in AJ and the dog, like bringing in so many aspects of CM Punk's personal life. You know, and I know Drew has had some personal life issues of his own, death in his family. He was off TV for a little bit, and you know, people exploited that a little bit. You know, I think what he's doing with Damian, you know, has been pretty good. The street fight at WrestleMania. You got the cage match, which I think could be good. Damian, I think there's something that there's something missing. I don't want to say missing with Damian, Damien's good. There's just one little thing that I can't put a finger on it. But
you can't figure it out.
I can't figure it out. There's something.
he hasn't got there. He just hasn't gotten there yet.
There's something, and you know what? When you see Damien in a match, there's some. I've seen him like in some situations where he has struggled with fatigue. Mm-hmm. He's struggled with conditioning in a match, which is very important. Like the regular fan, but then again. Like WrestleMania Backlash from 2 years ago, and when it was in Puerto Rico, and he carried Bad Bunny in that match. Like Damian Priest made that match for Bad Bunny. Dude, he made Bad Bunny look great.
Was it the first match on Raw on Netflix that they had the fucking him and Finn Balor?
Yeah,
that was fucking incredible.
You know, and everything that happened with Finn screwing over Damian. There's just been like a couple moments that have been just off for me with.
And I don't know if it's creative.
I don't think it's creative. I think it's physical. Yeah. And I don't know what it is.
He's not like an overpowering big dude.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude, but he's not like Drew McIntyre. Like he doesn't have like the ultra athleticism either. He's almost lethargic. Kind of like an old school Razor Ramon.
Yeah. Where Diesel is a pretty, like...
Drew's a big motherfucker that can move all over that.
He does that pop-up off the mat. He does the Claymore. All those things.
You're thinking of, like even Brock. How fucking athletic and a specimen Brock Lesnar. But like, that dude's the craziest dude on the planet.
But if you think about, like, there's just... we're not... This is not a bashing of Damian.
No.
But there's just... And most of you people watching this can honestly agree with us here. There's just one little thing missing with Damian Priest. And I personally think that it's a physicality in the ring. I think like he struggled with conditioning in the ring. And I want to say, I can't remember.
He's too predictable. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, you know his he's not developed yet enough, I don't think.
You know, yeah, it could be it. I mean, you know, when you have...
He has everything that you want, but it's just not... It's like Roman when he coming out of the Shield and then trying to...
I don't think the expectations are as high for Damian as they were for Roman.
No, but they did get there. I mean, Damian had a little run there where everyone thought he was the next one. When that documentary came out, it was like Damian had everything by the balls, and it got kind of taken away from him. We've talked about it on this podcast where, like, they kind of just ruined Damian Priest. And maybe that was him doing it to himself just because of what you're talking about right now. I mean, there's definitely something to where he had to take a back seat to where he was on that. He was on the Gunther. Gunther has it.
Yeah, Gunther has it.
But Gunther also has that personality.
Yeah, Gunther has that. Yeah, the one thing that, like, we could talk a lot about. We could almost do a whole podcast on the history.
It's the psychology of the whole fucking business.
We could do a whole podcast on the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Because when Edge created the Judgment Day,
yeah,
you know, with Rhea Ripley, you know, and when they kicked Edge out that night, and Damian Priest came in, and the Judgment Day went off. But you could talk about like the things that the Judgment Day has been like a kind of a sneaky historical faction.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
They're still going.
And it's evolved quite a bit to the point where now we're heading towards a Dominic Finn situation.
And they're also a comedic part. And they're a comedic part of the show.
Finn introduces Roxanne Perez the other night, and it's like, and he's smiling about it because he's just trying to needle at Liv and Dominic. And
they are one of the best sound things that WWE has.
I think SummerSlam is totally going to be Dominic Finn for the IC belt. Mm-hmm. We're going to slowly watch the Judgment Day implode. And I don't even want to say it's imploded. I think that the Judgment Day is moving on, and Finn's not a part of it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he is, but he's not. And I still want Finn to have that run against Seth.
No.
Because Finn got his title run short.
If people forget how great Finn Balor was, and he's still, I mean, in the ring, the way Finn's awesome. If we can get back to that,
I mean, his music already hints it. His music already hints
Right.
it. It's just like Shinsuke's music. I mean,
And to bring back.
hold on, what was it?
What was I always say the wrong thing. What was his alter ego?
The Demon.
The Demon. Like to see that again would be incredible.
I would love. I think that SummerSlam is obviously setting up for a Finn Dominic, and what Dominic has done has been absolutely incredible. I think we have. I think we have so many things on the horizon with the acquisition of AAA, and the border battle at the border that they're going to do. I don't think there's any coincidence that they acquired Penta, Ray Phoenix. Like, these guys are all here, and now you have Jeff Cobb, who, if you guys remember, was from Lucha Underground. I can't think of his JC Mateo. These guys were all from Lucha Underground. Chelsea Green was in Lucha Underground. Chelsea Green had an intergender match against Penta, and Penta beat the shit out of her.
So
I don't know if you remember this.
Are we going to build to where finally we get to what we've always wanted? It's the WWE full of factions? Because I fucking would love if there's just teams across the fucking whole roster.
I think the acquisition of AAA is so underrated. Do you know how many guys have wrestled in AAA? Fucking Chris Jericho. Like, these guys have all been in AAA. Penta and Ray Phoenix are legendary.
Penta, by the way, Zera
Cero Mer. But my daughter the other day is like doing this, but like what we have. I think Lucha Underground was one of the best. The cinematic storytelling of Lucha Underground was so good, and now we're seeing. If you guys don't remember, like Rey Mysterio was there. If you don't remember the Chelsea Green Penta intergender match, Penta beat the shit out of Chelsea Green. When do we see men beat women? Like, it was but it was well done. It wasn't distasteful in any way. Chelsea Green even said that the first minute she ran into Penta backstage, she was like, "Let's run it back again." But WWE will never do that.
No.
But Ray Phoenix and Penta, and then now we have Jeff Cobb, JC Mateo. Like, that's a Lucha Underground guy. Like, Lucha Underground was so good with Rey Mysterio, and there's so many guys, and that cinematic television on El Rey was so good. Like, it was and now AAA's relationship. I think that the battle at the border with Andrade, and like, there's so much. Like, there's no coincidence of why WWE has acquired all of these lucha guys.
Yeah. And I would love to see, like I was just saying, like, a fucking roster full of factions. Like, we kind of were talking about it earlier. Like, if Seth starts this new one, you're going to have to start putting teams together to go get the Ultimate Belt. And, I mean, wouldn't it be great to just see teams working together? I'm done with the individual shit. There's been so much individuality in fucking WWE.
Some of individuality.
You can build individuals within. It's just like your favorite fucking NFL team. Like, you got a fucking quarterback you love, you got a wide receiver you love, you got a linebacker you love. You still love the team. You're going to root for the team when they go into things, but then when you have fucking drafts and free agencies and everything else. No.
Why does he keep doing it?
It's just, this is what I think they can get to. Where.
Hey, there's Chelsea.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome.
I think Matt Cordona's coming back soon.
Yeah.
He won the #1 contendership on for the international belt on TNA.
Nice. Woo woo woo.
He said in an interview, he was
Zack Ryder.
So he was on Chris Van Fleet, and he said and Chris Van Fleet asked him, "What if WWE called you to come to the Royal Rumble as Zack Ryder?" He goes, "I got my gear in my car right now."
Yeah. Zack Ryder was an awesome character. They just never let him be in the ring.
And
it was just a fucking promotional thing.
But Matt Cardona deserves to be Matt Cardona. He went out. He
just like Cody created his own fucking deal.
I mean, when he fought Nick Gage at GCW in a hardcore death match, I mean, a WWE guy coming to GCW and winning the death match championship off of the death match king Nick Gage. and you win it your first
Fluorescent lights blowing up everywhere.
Like, that was shocking that night. Like, if you guys haven't seen that night when Matt Cardona showed up and beat Nick Gage at GCW, it's incredible. Covered in blood, a WWE guy holding the GCW belt is earth-shattering to the wrestling industry. So take your fucking draft and go fuck yourself. Sorry,
well,
that was hard.
It just comes back to say, and we're going to wrap this up here soon, but it comes back to say that...
I'm just getting warmed up. I got 30 more minutes of the draft to talk about, dude.
Wrestling...
I want to analyze the pick. I want to be Mel Kiper. Who's going to be number one?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
Who's
start.
the number one pick in the draft?
We should actually do that.
No,
we should be fucking asshole commentators.
We shouldn't promote this.
Watching this fucking...
Should we wear a suit and tie? And be like, yep, he's a 5-star athlete. He's going to number one, and he's never going to wrestle on SmackDown
There's a
again.
6'5" guy at a 253 at a Cleveland, Ohio.
He runs a 4.240. He's coming out of Ole Miss, and he's never going to wrestle on Raw ever.
What I like about him is he's fast, he's twitchy, and he can jump off the rope like a fucking asshole.
And guess what? If he gets drafted by SmackDown, he's never allowed on Raw. Ever. Ever. Never allowed on Raw.
And better yet, if he gets drafted to SmackDown, he's a fucking asshole. But no, the thing about professional wrestling right now is that these new wrestlers, entertainers, athletes, professionals.
He just dropped an entertainer call on.
Hey, that's what they are. They're everything, man. They are so good now. People that you can never look back like we do in basketball or football and say, oh, he's not this one or this was the GOAT. These newcomers are fucking so talented.
You can talk about who the GOAT was. People talk about, they debate over who the Mount Rushmore of wrestling is.
Well, I'm saying that, but I'm saying these new guys.
It just depends on what show they get drafted to.
Right. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. I'm just saying that in this day and age.
Can you imagine if Hogan got drafted to...
Hogan would be fucking not even in this shit. That's the thing. Like, it's just like across the sports, like, today's, it's just a different era. It's a different time. Like, that was that time. They were the best. Today's this time. It's the best. You can't compare and contrast. Right? You can't. You think Hogan could keep up with fucking Randy Orton?
No.
He's just as big as...
He couldn't keep up with Tommaso Ciampa.
I know. That's what I'm... Yeah. But at that time,
it's just like,
when you needed a big muscular guy to slam Andre the Giant,
it's just
who said, say your prayers and eat your vitamins and fucking red, white, and blue, brother,
it's just
you're going to fucking love that
LeBron
shit.
can win a championship on his own? No. Jordan could.
Could he? He had a team around him, too?
Yeah. That's a whole nother topic. We're not getting
we're not getting into fucking that.
We're all over the fucking place tonight.
You're fucking playing heel tonight,
dude.
bro.
I am heel. I'm a heel guy.
He's straight heat tonight, man.
But dude, I'm like...
I'm babyface in WWE, and usually I'm the heel guy in this thing.
So, big wrestling week. Let's do a quick synopsis. Everybody's probably annoyed with us by now. They probably can't wait to hear our draft episode. You know what? We're going to bring you a draft episode, and I'm going to be an asshole. Yeah. I'm going to be Mel Kiper, and I'm going to talk about 4.240s, and I'm going to talk about vertical jumps.
And how good a frog splash they have.
When the
lack thereof of a frog splash.
WWE officially announces the draft, we're going to have a draft special. We're going to have the little ESPN chime draft. Ding! Oh, we got to pick, Kenny. We got to pick. Let's go to the commissioner. Yeah. So let's talk about, real quick, before we get off, this is a big week for wrestling.
Take a piss.
This is a big week for wrestling. We got SmackDown tonight. We got NXT Battleground. We got Saturday Night Main Event. We got AEW All In. Or, I'm sorry, Double or Nothing, right? Double or Nothing?
It's right here on the call sheet.
Double or Nothing. AEW is setting up for their All In Texas, which they've got a massive stadium to sell out. So, I don't know. The biggest highlight of AEW, I don't know how everybody felt about that promo between Adam Page and Will Ospreay the other night. I think it's inevitable.
Are you going along? Because I got to piss.
I think that I don't know. Hold on. We've got a draft pick coming up. Hold on. Will Ospreay is gonna. I mean, we're talking Will Ospreay, John Moxley at All In. If that doesn't happen, then I don't care what happens. I want the belt out of the briefcase. I want Moxley to be done. I want Ospreay to be the champion of AEW, and let's move on. But we've got a huge AEW. We got TNA, Never Surrender.
Saturday Night Main Event.
We got Joe Hendry, Trick Williams. There's a lot of shit going on. All indications point towards Joe Hendry going to be a WWE superstar soon. Triple H said it to him. Joe Hendry gave an interview where he said, Triple H said this is first of many WrestleManias, which is awesome. KT has to pee.
ELE.
So he's going to go. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
Because
good.
I am going to freaking talk WWE Draft for 15 minutes while Katie's gone. So,
Peace.
So, we're not going to ELE it tonight because we've got a lot of stuff going on. Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné, Okada, Mike Bailey for the Continental title, the Hurt Syndicate. What do we have going on with MJF, the Hurt Syndicate? Is this really happening? Going against the Sons of Texas and my girl, Toni Storm. Toni Storm continues to bring it. We got Mark Briscoe, Ricochet in a stretcher match, FTR versus Daniel Garcia, Nigel McGuinness, Omega, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Shibata, Willow versus the Young Bucks, Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Marina Shafir. Anarchy in the arena. Like, AEW's built themselves a little bit of a pay-per-view here. I don't know. I know they have their new deal with Amazon Prime. I'm hoping that I can watch it on Amazon Prime without having to pay for it. But this is a big weekend for wrestling. Memorial Day weekend has kind of turned into something big. And I don't know what's happening. But as long as there's not a damn draft. Sorry, guys. I went crazy with the draft tonight. It is what it is. KT's coming back. We're going to wrap this thing up with our final predictions. What's going to happen for main event. We're watching Motor City Machine Guns. We're watching Sabin. Come on. We're going to wrap it up. I can't wrap it up without KT.
That's right. What's up? I'm back. Sorry, had to drain the vein, man.
So we're back.
I was gonna piss my
I
pants.
just went off. I went off on the draft for another 10 minutes while you were pissing. But no, guys, we appreciate you. If you like what we're doing, I know we joke around a lot, but please follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X. Subscribe to us on Apple. We are constantly putting out content. We've got a lot of cool things on the horizon. We're going to go through a major logo change coming up soon. Merchandise is going to start to be for sale. Our relationship with PWR is getting stronger and stronger, and we want to continue with that with them, having more of their wrestlers on the show. I hope all of you guys, I know you guys really enjoyed the Entitled Millennial Forrest Nystrom on. Last week we had the champ, Shane the Element Evans, which response so far has been fantastic. We want to have a lot more guys on the show from PWR, and you might be seeing more of us on their access.
And even if you like just a clip of what you hear from us through a whole hour pod that we usually put out, share that, send it out to the universe.
Subscribe to us, like us, give us a 5-star rating on Apple. It helps us out. We appreciate you. Be on the horizon for some big things coming. We're in the process of doing a huge logo change, rebranding of the pod, and new merchandise on the horizon. We appreciate everybody so far that follows us. We know who you are. We
thank you.
We thank you. I know we get to see a lot of you at the PWR shows here locally. But yeah, give us a subscribe. We like it. And we appreciate it.
ELE.
ELE. In the great words of Jackie Moon,
Everybody
love everyone.
Peace out, y'all.